Okay, on to round 5. Let's see now. Here's what Mark's going to do. For his first action, he's going to heal. Okay, for his second action, he's going to take a boat ticket here, and he's going to spend it and travel. And he's going to go over to Sydney here. Okay, so the plan is, if Mark can't defeat the goat spawn and close the monster, then hopefully Lola here can close the gate there. It'll help because there's 3 of them out there with the same red comment symbol on them. It also, hopefully, we'll be able to solve this mystery. Okay, so that's the end for Mark. Now for Lola, she is going to she's going to prepare for travel, and she's going to take a train ticket, I think. Alright. And then, for her second action, she's all healed up, so she doesn't have to worry about that. She's got... Oh no, she's not. She's down 1 sanity. Okay, so she'll heal up to full sanity. Okay. So that's her second action. On the encounter phase... Okay, Mark is going to encounter the goat spawn. Okay, so we flip the guy over. Here we go. He's got a hard check of 1 damage. So we gotta get 1 success. Mark's will is 5 with the modifier there, with the improvement. So we roll 5 dice. He gets 1 success. Now he rolls 6s. He gets 2 successes, actually. Alright, so he doesn't take any hit insanity. Now he has to test his strength. -2. Okay. The toughness is 2, so he has to get 2 successes to beat the monster. If he gets less than 2 successes, if he gets 1 success, say, he deals 1 damage to the monster and he'll take 1 damage. Okay? So he has to get more than 2 or more successes to beat it and not take any damage. If he gets any less than that, he'll not damage it and take damage. Or, if he gets 1, like I said, he'll take 1 and 1. I know the combat's a little confusing to people new to the Fantasy Flight Cthulhu Mythos games. So, alright, so his strength is 4. Now, he has his carbine rifle, which gives him +5 during combat. Okay? +5 strength during combat. He also has this 38 revolver, which will give him +2. Or the bullwhip, which would give him +1. So he's got a lot of weapons here. Now the rule on that is you always take the item with the highest modifier. So in this case it'll be the carbine rifle. So that'll give him +5. But as you can see, the bullwhip allows him to reroll 1 die when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter. He can combine the 2. Okay? So say he rolls the +5 strength, he doesn't get any successes, he can reroll 1 die because of the bullwhip. Alright, so his base strength is 4. Okay, so that's 4 dice. Because of the ghost spawn, we subtract 2 dice. Okay, and then because of the rifle, he gains 5 dice. Okay, so come on. We need 2 successes. We only got 1. You gotta be kidding me. 7 dice, so we get 1 success. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so we're gonna use the bullwhip. Alright, so he rerolls 1 die, and he gets the 2nd success. Alright, so the goat spawn has been defeated, but we flip it over, there's text on the back. It says, if you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, you may gain a dark pact condition to discard one monster from any space. Now, being that Mark already has a dark pack condition, I'm going to say the ruling on conditions is you can't have two conditions of the same type. So he would discard a condition. So I'm going to discard a monster. Alright. We're going to discard the Eldritch thing, or the Elder thing. And since he already has a dark pack, he can't gain another dark pack. We're just going to ignore it. Alright. So that's the end of the first encounter with the monster. So now Mark can encounter Sydney, the gate on Sydney. So, here we go. The past. Through the slits in the closet door, you see yourself as a small child, sitting up in bed. Who's there? Asks a frightened voice. You try to calmly persuade your younger self that you're a friend. Test your influence -1. So, Mark's influence is is 2. So Mark's influence is 2. That's 2 dice -1 for the modifier on the card. And he fails. Okay. The child screams out for help and a man bursts into the bedroom. Your father aims his shotgun at your chest and you attempt to wrestle it away. Test your strength. So his strength is 4. Let's see, 1 success. Come on, 5. I'll take the 6. Okay, so nothing happens. If he had failed, he would have got shot with the buckshot and lost 6 health. That would have really sucked. On to Lola. I'm glad I moved Lola. Alright. So, she is going to go to another world. Let's see. City of the Great Race. You find others who, like you, have had their consciousness pulled into alien bodies from throughout time. You try to convince them to share their knowledge. Test your influence. We're going to test our influence. I will get that word out. Alright, so our influence is 4. We roll 4 dice. And she passes. Okay, so their stories are highly illuminating. Gain 2 clues. Okay? So Lola gains 2 clues. Oop. Ritual. They remind you of a ritual you researched that may provide you with a solution. Test your lore -1. So her lore is 3. Okay, so her lore is 3. -1 for the modifier on the card. But her special ability lets her roll 1 additional die. So, and she passes. Okay. Alright, so if you pass, close this gate. Alright, so she closed the gate. Now she's going to spend the clue. And we place them face up in a discard pile. And then once the face down clues are exhausted, we shuffle them up and then reuse them. And then we're going to spend or place an Eldritch token on the card for the mystery card. And at the end of the Mythos phase, we'll have 1 Eldritch token on there that is equal to half of the number of investigators. So we will solve this clue or this mystery. Okay, so at the end of the Mythos phase, we will solve our first mystery. And luckily we drew that Mythos card that says you have to shuffle a solved mystery back into the deck. Okay, so let me discard this. That is the end of the encounter phase. On to the Mythos phase. Okay, and first thing we do is move the Omen track. Okay, Buenos Aires still out there with that comet symbol on it, the blue comet. Move it down to 7. Okay, now we spawn a monster. And we have the Night Gaunt in Buenos Aires. Okay, and then we spawn a clue token. And the clue will go to San Francisco. Okay. Okay, and it says blood flows. Strong Gris, the old man told you. You've been wearing the pouch around your neck ever since New Orleans. You want it to spill blood for you, he drawled. You has to spill your blood for the Griskus. It's an event. The lead investigator discards one monster of his choice and loses health equal to its toughness. Okay, so let's see here. What is Mark up to? Mark is up to 7 health. I think he's going to get rid of this Night Gaunt. Okay, so his toughness is 2. Mark will lose 2 health. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. On the round, what is it, 6? Oh, wait, before I forget, in case I haven't mentioned it, at the end of the Mythos phase, you could pass the lead investigator token to somebody else if you choose. We're going to keep it on Mark. Usually bad things happen to the lead investigator. And we have solved our first mystery. We got 1 Eldritch token equal to half of the investigators. So, our first mystery is now solved. The next mystery is the true name. Fragments of Azathoth's true name exist in long-forgotten tomes. It is said that if a person speaks his name aloud 3 times, the blasphemous sound will grant the speaker great power. Okay, when this card enters play, place a number of Eldritch tokens equal to half of the investigators on a random space. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may attempt to find information about Azathoth's true name. He may spend 2 clues to place that Eldritch token on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half of the investigators, solve this mystery. I'm going to draw a clue token here, and it goes to Rome. Okay, so we're going to place an Eldritch token at Rome. Okay, so off to Rome we go. We got a little bit of time, so Mark is going to. I want to close Sydney up again. I want to let Mark heal a little bit. He took a little bit of hit on the health there. I'm going to let him heal, and then I'm going to take a ship token. Okay, so first thing he's going to do is rest. Okay, he brings his health back up to full. Oh, I put that token on the wrong person. It's supposed to be on Lola. And then he gains a ship token. He's going to prepare for travel. That's the end of his turn. Now Lola, she's going to take another train ticket. She's going to prepare for travel. Okay, she takes another train ticket, and she's going to travel. She's going to spend both of them. And if I could ever pick them up, I'll get them all for a card. Here we go. Okay, so now she's going to go from Shanghai to spot 17 to Istanbul to Rome. Okay, so she spent, this is her normal action from Shanghai to spot 17. The train ticket helped her go to Istanbul, and then the second train ticket helped her to get to Rome. You can spend up to 2 travel tickets a turn for a total of 3 spaces, and you can also collect up to 2 travel tickets. So if you can't have more than 2 travel tickets at a time. What I'm getting at. Okay, so now, if we go back to the true name card, it says, as an encounter, an investigator on this space containing an Eldritch token may attempt to find information about Azazah's true name. He may spend two clue tokens and place that Eldritch token on this card. Alright, so that's what she's going to do. Spend 2 clue tokens. Boop. Boop. And we're going to place that Eldritch token on the card. So, in essence, our second... wait. I jumped the gun. It says, as an encounter. Okay, so... I'll take the 2 clue tokens back. I don't know if they were the same token, but... Alright, we move on to the encounter fees. I jumped the gun there a little bit. Alright, so now Mark is going to attempt to close the gate on Sydney. Okay, so it is the Great Hall of Celano, I think. I don't know. I know I'm pronouncing these names wrong in this. Sorry. Okay, you are forbidden to enter the library unless you bear the necessary sigil. You draw the symbol to the best of your knowledge. Test your lore. Oh, here we go. Alright, so his lore is 1. And he gets a 4. Okay, so he failed. Your drawing provides insufficient, and you find yourself back on Earth, struggling to retain your memories of what happened. Gained an amnesia condition unless you spend 1 clue token. He's going to spend a clue token. You know, I should know by now. You know, the other world tokens, lore, blah, blah, blah. But I keep forgetting. Alright, on to Lola there. Now we're going to spend 2 clue tokens as an encounter and solve this second mystery. Okay, so that's the end of the mythos phase. I'm sorry, that's the end of the encounter phase. We do the mythos card, and we have another rumor. Alright, so first we spawn a clue. Okay, goes to space 19. Up here. And the rumor goes to space 19. So, we put a rumor token there. Okay, and it is Return of the Ancient Ones. After a sudden burst of flying debris, you are confronted by a terrifying figure. It is a stark reminder that dark forces in the world are working tirelessly to annihilate you. It's an ongoing rumor. When an investigator on Space 19 defeats a monster, he may spend 1 clue token to place that monster on this card. When the total toughness of the monster on this card is equal to or greater than the number of investigators, 2 in essence, solve this rumor. And then during the reckoning phase, it says to spawn 1 monster on Space 19. If there are 4 or more monsters on Space 19, advance the Doom token to 0 and solve this rumor. So this has to get solved right away. Okay, so I'm going to put the card up here by 19 so I remember. Okay. So it is the end of the mythos phase, and we have solved our second mystery. 1 more, and we win. Unfortunately, we only have 7 spots on the Doom track left. And then, well, anybody knows the mythos knows what happens with Azazoth. Let's see what our third mystery is here. Okay, it says, Seed of the Demon Sultan. A strange green comet has fallen from the sky. Even after the impact, the meteorite continues to slowly burrow itself deeper into the earth. When this card enters play, place the mystery token on Tunguska. Okay, so we take our mystery token, goes on Tunguska. As an encounter, an investigator on Tunguska may attempt to search for signs of the impact in the dead forest. test their observation. If they pass, he discovers the strange green meteorite. He may spend 2 clue tokens to place 1 Eldritch token on this card. At the end of the mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half of the investigators, the mystery is solved. So, okay, on to round 7. So, here's the problem. Lola is closest to Tunguska, but she doesn't have any clue tokens. And Mark is also not that far from Tunguska, but he's down to 1 clue token because I spent the 1, so he didn't get the condition. So here's what Mark's going to do. He's going to first prepare for travel. He's going to get the ship token. Then he's going to actually travel, spending both ship tokens. Okay, and he's going to go from Sydney to spot 20 to Tokyo, finally to space 19, and he's going to encounter that clue at the end of, at the encounter phase. Now Lola, what is Lola going to do? She could go either to the pyramids or up to space 14 and get a clue token. I think she's going to go to space 14. Okay? So for her first action, let's see here. Her health is good. So is her sanity. They're good. I don't think she really needs any some items there. Alright, so you know what? She is just going to take a travel token. She's going to take this train token. Okay? So now, they're tied with the lore. Okay, Mark has 2, but he's got this ally here. He's got the private investigator, which gives him +1 on the observation. Lola has 3 observation. That was her first action. Her second action is she's going to move to space 14. Alright. So now we go into the encounter phase. Okay, so Mark's going to go first. Let's see what he gets here. Okay, so space 19 is the wilderness. Alright, so we go down to the middle of the card and it says, this far away from city lights, you get an unparalleled view of the night sky. You comb the sky, hoping to catch sight of a meteor shower. Test your observation. Okay, so his observation is 2. Okay, +1 for the ally he has. So that's 3. Just need 1 success and he gets 3 successes. So, it says, if you pass, gain this clue and spawn 1 clue. Alright, so boink. He gains a clue. Now we're going to spawn a clue. Okay, and the clue will go on spot 10. Right over here next to the pyramids. Okay, so that's the end of Mark's encounter. On to Lola. Okay, now spot 14 is a city. And it says, the university allows you to use its telescope to search for signs of a green comet. Test your observation -1. Okay, so her observation is 3. -1 due to the card modifier. So, all we need is a 5 or a 6. Come on. Oh, she gets 2 5s. There we go. Alright. So, it says, if you pass, gain this clue and 1 additional clue. So, Lola made out like a bandit. Alright, so we get 1 additional clue +1 clue. Which, was kind of good because I planned on going from space 14 back to Rome and then down to the pyramids to try and get the other clue token if Mark isn't able to solve this mystery. Okay, so now we move on to the mythos phase. Okay, and we advanced the Comet. Not good. Not good. We advanced the Omen track, rather. Okay, so we're on the green spot. There's no green gates open, but there is one Eldritch token on there. We moved the Doom token by 1. We are down to 6. Hopefully we will win the game the next turn, but we'll see. Okay, on to the Reckoning. There is only one monster on the board, and that is up here. The Maniac. He doesn't have a Reckoning effect. The Ancient One doesn't have a Reckoning effect. Azathoth doesn't. But we do have a Rumor card here at space 19. Okay. And it says spawn one monster on space 19. Okay. And if there is 4 or more monsters on this space, we advance the Doom token to 0 and pretty much the end of the game. Okay. So let's see what we spawn. We need a monster with a toughness of 2 or more. And we spawned the Color of Outer Space. Now it has the immediate effect thingy on it. We flip it over, and it said, when this monster is spawned, move it to Tunguska. And it's got a health, it does have a toughness of 2, but unfortunately, it goes on Tunguska. That does not help us. Alright. Okay. Now, the last thing we got to deal with is this dark pack. Mark had a dark pack. So we got to roll 1 die. Okay, on a 1, it's time to fulfill our part of the bargain. Then we flip the card and deal with whatever is on the back. It's never good. So we roll 1 die. Let's see. We got a 2. We got lucky. Alright. It's never good with them dark packs. Never. So, now we spawn a gate. And the gate is Istanbul. And that one does have a green comment on it. That's not good. That means we'll move down 2 on the Doom track. There we go. And we have a Warlock. Okay. It's Haunting Nightmares. You wake up in mid-scream and your heart is racing. What little you can remember of your nightmare was so visceral and horrific that you dread falling back asleep. It's an event. Each investigator loses 2 sanity and gains a madness condition unless he spends 1 clue. Oh man, that really sucks. Alright. 2 sanity, 1 clue. Alright, so Mark, yeah, he's gonna keep his clue tokens. I'm hoping I don't kill him, but I want to try and win. Alright. So, 2 sanity. And let's get a madness condition here for him. Cursed. Detain madness. He's got paranoia. Okay, so when you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die on a 5 or 6, discard the card. Alright. Okay, and Lola, you know what? She's going to do the same thing. 2 sanity gone. And let's see what mana she gets. She's hallucinating. Okay, and when you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die on a 5 or 6, discard the card. Okay, and then on Reckoning for both of them, we'll have to test the will. If they fail, we flip the card over and see what horrible deed we have to do then. Okay, shuffle up the cards a little bit. And on to round 8, I think. I lost track. I don't know. Okay, so Mark's up. First thing Mark's going to do is he's going to heal. I'm going to get his sanity back up a little bit. Okay. So he's going to rest. He's going to heal both. And then he's going to try and get rid of this madness condition. So he's going to roll 1 die. He just needs a 5 or 6. And he gets 1. Okay. That sucked. Alright, so now he's going to move. Okay. And then we go to Lola. She's going to do the same thing. Oh, nah, she's alright. Well, you know what? She is going to rest. She's going to rest just to try and get rid of that. She's up to... Oh, no, she's down on sanity. Alright, so she's going to rest. She'll gain 1 sanity. Brings her up to 6. And then she rolls 1 die. And let's try and get rid of her hallucinations. And she gets a 1. Just not doing well with the rolls. Alright, for her second action, she's going to move. She's going to use a train ticket and move into Tunguska. Okay, so now we are going to encounter Tunguska. Okay, there's this color of outer space there. Okay, and flip her over, see what she does. Alright, so we gotta get 2 successes on the sanity, and it's got a toughness of 2. Oh, but we have to, after we beat the sanity check, the horror check, we have to roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, we defeat the monster. That's kind of tough. Alright, so Mark is going to test his will, which is 5. And he only gets 1 success. Takes 1 hit insanity. Okay. And then we roll what can help him. Nothing can help him. Alright, so we roll 1 die. And we get a 3, so nothing happens there. Okay, so that sucked for Mark. Let's hope Lola can do it. Okay, so Lola's going to test her will, which is 3. And she fails twice. Jesus. Okay. And now she's going to roll 1 die. And she gets a 2. It's a tough monster. Alright, so that's the end of that. We move on to the Mythos phase. Okay, so we move the Omen track by 1. Buenos Aires is still open. It's the only one with that symbol on it. Move the Doom track down by 1. We enter the Reckoning phase. Okay, so there's no monsters on the board with the Reckoning symbol on it. Azathoth, you know, he's him. We do have this, so we just spawn 1 monster. Okay, and we have the Shogoth. Okay, so we're going to put him on space 19. Okay. Then we move into the possessions. Now, Mark has 2. He has this dark pack, so we're going to roll 1 die, see what happens there. He rolls a 1. Okay, and we flip it over. It says, Pack with the Dark Man. You knew that ever since you signed your name in that terrible book, signed it in your own blood, this day would come eventually. You can hear his cloven feet approaching, and you are certain that the end is near. You are devoured. So, like I said, dark packs are never good. Alright, so what happens is, first thing we do is advance the Doom track by 1. Okay? Then we take the conditions and shuffle them back into the deck. Okay. Then his clue tokens get discarded. All of his possessions and spells, they all go back into their respective piles and get shuffled in. All his tokens go away. He's basically out of the game completely. Okay, so we remove his sheet and the investigator from the board, throw it back in the box. He can't be used by somebody else, okay? And then the lead investigator token gets passed to the next person, and you basically choose another investigator. So that really sucked, him getting devoured. So close. Okay, so I'm going to choose Silas Marsh here. Okay. Now he's a sailor. His component action is to move one space along a ship path, then perform one additional action. If you are in a sea space, his special ability is, if he is on a sea space, investigators on his space may roll one additional die when resolving tests. Okay, he has a strength of 8, sanity of 4, lore of 1, influence of 3, observation of 3, strength of 3, and will of 3. So he's pretty well rounded. And he says, leave your fears on the docks, lads. I'll not carry that cargo. The wind is up, full sail. Okay, and Silas's backstory here is, even as a child in Ismith, Silas had a special connection to the sea. He's an able and well-reasoned man on land, but on the ocean he possesses a singular strength and wit. It's earned him a sterling reputation in every port across the globe, particularly in Sydney, where Silas set ashore last night. But this morning, the smell of the briny air carries dread as well as joy. There is something in his past, something in Ismith, that he knows will someday catch up to him. Okay, and he starts in Sydney, and he has the fishing net to start off with. Okay, so he starts in Sydney. Here's his fishing net. We move on to Lola here. She has this madness condition. We have to test her will. If she fails, we flip the card and something bad will happen. Okay, so her will is 3. I don't remember if I used her special action before. Let's see. Okay, so she passed. She's good. Next, we spawn a gate. We had San Francisco. Okay, and we have the Dark Young. And it is from bad to worse. Piece by piece you are falling apart. It's getting harder to successfully negotiate simple human interactions. Your wounds won't stop bleeding and your hands won't stop shaking. Sounds like this guy's in bad shape. Alright, it's an event. Each investigator loses 1 health for each injury condition he has. Loses 1 sanity for each madness he has. And discards 1 clue for each deal condition he has. So, Silas is good. He just got here. Lola here has a madness condition, so she loses 1 sanity. Okay. So, that was not good. All we wanted to do was fight, a monster, solve the last mystery, and save the world. Mark gets devoured, Lola's going insane, and Mark's all the way down here. Or, Silas is all the way down here.